It is 65 degrees Fahrenheit here on a Friday in the San Gabriel's, 8:13 a.m. in the morning. Besides my chicken honey buddy, and my chocolate cold brew large. In the news, of course, I talked about briefly maybe a couple of months ago about the layoff at CVS. 2,900 people gonna be laid off. I think I touched on it a little bit. That's only 1%. Was that 1% of 300,000 they said? Mostly corporate roles and pharmacy. And that's always the case. But this time they said corporate roles. I thought everyone was in the corporate role because you hardly ever see anyone in the drugstore. That's not supposed to be funny, but that's the way you see it when you go into most drugstores. Also in the news, it's shocking to me, but not quite shocking. Best Buy is closing stores. 10 to 15 stores upcoming by 2025. They've already closed a number of stores in the fiscal year. Around 24. So I'm not really surprised. I don't go to Best Buy often anymore, but I was planning on buying some things pretty soon there. I think the last big item I bought there was a big refrigerator, and it was at a time when Sears was falling out of favor, making mistakes with deliveries and all that type of stuff. So that was some years ago. So that was the beginning. And I thought about buying some more big ticket items from them, but not right now, later. So that's Best Buy. 10 to 15 stores closing up. So you know a lot of employees going to be affected there. Also, I hear they was going to concentrate on their more bigger stores. Their flagship stores. They're closing a couple of those, but they're going to try to keep the others. Also in the news, of course, is the Longshoreman strike. It's been averted. I guess they're voting on it. 62% over 6 years. That's like 10.7% per year. I didn't know their average salary was around $19 an hour. Of course, you can make up to $80-something thousand, but that's like most jobs. Most jobs is around $25 or more $1,000 if it's anywhere from $11 to $20, depending on how many hours you work and overtime. So what happened to the old days? But of course, again, 3 years working for AT&T back in the past, Siffy Bell. Every 3 years you go on strike. And of course, if you don't go on strike and you settle, more than likely, if you worked a number of months or weeks or days, you would get retroactive pay. Usually that's what happens. Not necessarily, but usually that's what happens. You get retroactive pay. So when they settle, they will settle from the new bargaining date, which was actually when the old one ended. Because actually you're supposed to be bargaining before your present contract ends. But then again, just like I said, back in the day, we only get 2%, 2%, 2%, 2.25%, maybe you might get a 9% raise over 3 years. Times have changed. But then again, it's about the same thing almost, I guess. Except for if you get 2% for 3 years, that's only 6%. So if you had 6 years, well, you can know what I mean. 2% per year. 1 year you get 3 point something percent. The next year you get 2.5, and then the third year you get 2.1%. Or then sometimes they might have a business plan. You might get a bonus pay or something like that. Chicken honey butter. It was almost a controversy when I was buying my chicken honey butter. Was there too many people in the kitchen? Or too many chickens in the kitchen? Almost want to give me one more thing that I didn't order. So I saw 2, 3, almost 4 people in the kitchen. But they got my order right. Only 2. Chicken honey butter, please. Chicken honey butter. I know I have to do that every time. And my large cold brew coffee. This is Robin Shop. I'll see you in my next video. Yeah, times have changed. 6 years. 10% per year. That could go along with inflation, I think. Because usually, like I said, percentage is lower, but times have changed. Financial situation has changed. It seems like a very good contract, even though the average pay is only barely $20 an hour. I'll see you in my next video, folks. This is Rob Shop. Eating Wendy's.